So, we have done 3 drafts so far, and in every single draft, we went 7 wins, 1 loss, which is pretty amazing. Let's hope this streak keeps up. I have... Some of these I don't know what I'm doing. Some of these I'm getting lucky. Nonetheless, we are somehow figuring it out. So, we just keep going. Let's bleed this luck dry. And thus we will get 0-3. It's like, well, I bled out. What I deserve. Alright. Keep moving. Oop, don't have all my setup perfectly ready. And we have that one person. There they come. Awesome. Alright. Ecological appreciation. Library and graveyard for up to 4 creature cards with different names with each mana value X or less and reveal them. I just don't... You have to have a specifically designed deck for that to be good. So we have Lightning Bolt, Wormhole Serpent. I think it's just Lightning Bolt. Like, nothing here is really insane. Rise of Exodus might be nice. Brilliant Books might be nice. But Lightning Bolt, it's 1 mana, deal 3 damage. And it even has face damage potential. We don't have many multicolored. So if we see a Rise and an Infuse with Vitality, that will tell us that those colors could be more open. But really, other than that, not really. We're pretty monocolored in our concept, so pretty solid. We're hoping if Lightning Bolts ends up being our direction, Burying Books is probably the next card we'll want to grab. With a Prismari Campus, yeah, we'll find some good red. If that's the path that we take. Let's see, Witherbloom Command, one of the worst commands for limited. I love speculating on Creative Outburst. Again, 3 damage to the face if we need it, 5 damage to the face if we need it. That's good. We could end up getting back a Serpentine Curve. That could be a theme. Strategic planning, I don't think is going to make its way around. Worth noting, on pick 10, we're going to get a lot of white cards, and that doesn't mean white is open. We're going to get some black cards, that doesn't mean black is open. We're hoping to get Expand Apnea, I don't think will last, but Clockwork Archivist might, which is nice. That is nice. But I'm going with a Creative Outburst. I like speculating into a powerful card that could win us the game, which Creative Outburst often is. If I didn't go Creative Outburst, I might go hunt for Specimens. Yeah, I think that would be the other pick, and I just like Creative that much more. D-Spark. Exile target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. Symmetry Sage, not really that good. It's just you need too much Magecraft for it to work. And having 0 attack when you don't have Magecraft is really bad. So... if we want to keep going red-blue, all we would have is Prismari Pledge Mage or Sudden Breakthrough. So we're going to actually speculate to another color then. The question is, I think I want to speculate into a monocolor, not a dual color. So I'm going to speculate into Combat Professor. Luckily, these last few are less dense due to Irad going insane. Yep. The lore of Rogue Legacy 2 is deep. Alright. So yeah, D-Spark would be good. But the thing is, it looks like we might be going red, and picking the mono white means we could still go Lorehold instead of... we could put this in a Lorehold deck instead of just a Silver Quill deck. Alright. Introduction Prophecy is pretty good. Heated Debate. Okay. Pick 4 Heated Debate is pretty darn nice. It seems like red is somewhat viable. Somewhat viable. We won't know until we get our pick 9 and see red still available. But Heated Debate is very strong. I think we're happy with it every time. Introduction to Prophecy is a nice lesson, but we can't guarantee lessons right now, I think. Oh my gosh. Yep, red is open enough. And I was happy with our last, basically mono-red deck. Igneous Inspiration can go face, Lightning Bolt can go face, Creative Outburst can go face. We have 11 face damage in our deck. Reconstruct History isn't even that bad, but we would need cards for Reconstruct History to work, so... we are... an Elemental Mastery, pick 6. Yeah, I think we are going to end up being Prismari this time, and I am happy with Prismari. I am happy with Prismari. Do I want an Expanded Anatomy or an Elemental Masterpiece is the question. With Creative Outburst, I'm not even sure if we'll need multiple all of those, but we will want some lessons. I do know that. I'm going to grab one Elemental Masterpiece, I think. Or an Arcane Subtraction. Arcane Subtraction is not bad either, but this is a win condition, and we need to make sure we can guarantee we have a win condition. Alright. Blade General, not really worth. I'm just going to go with Prismari Campus. I think that's the solid pick. We might splash white, but I think Prismari has seemed pretty solidly open. So, I think that's the path we're aiming towards. And this opposes me. Alright, Teferi's Protection, first day of class. So it's a question of, do I want to Ogiar Battleseer instead? Or speculate? Do I still want to speculate? Or do I just want to play Ogiar Battleseer, keep myself consistently strong? Because yeah, first day of class is just really hard. I mean, I could on, like, heavy mana, first day into Elemental Mastery piece. I wasn't picking the black one. I was not about to pick the Mage Hunter. Mage Hunter slot would actually have been good. I think black's out of my speculation. Prismari Campus is good. So I think here, yeah, I do like Stonerise Spirit. The ability to give creatures flying is really strong, but I think it's either strategic planning, get myself the cards I need, or it's expanded anatomy, get myself a lesson for the heated debate. Currently, we have one creature, and that's the creature that's probably getting cut. So it's just strategic planning or expand anatomy. I'll get the expand anatomy. Alright. Of these options, I actually like Sun Breakthrough more. I like the combat trick more than the 2/2 creature, honestly. If I'm picking one or the other. Soothsayer Adept is, I think it's better than Ogiar Battleseer. Just, it helps stop in the early game and does stuff in the late game. Another first day of class. Or Clockwork has Reach, so yeah, I'm happy with that being auto-selected. Thrill of Possibility did not disappoint last time I tried it. I'm happy to see it again. Resculpt, playable, but probably sideboarded. Oh my gosh, are we getting the same deck as our second draft? Like, Retriever Phoenix is awesome. Makes the first day of class better. Like, oh, this is a good card. And Retriever Phoenix also means our other things are better. Alright. Increasing Vengeance is actually pretty good. Allows us to duplicate a spell. So it's a duplicate, and then it flashes back for even more duplication. Like, yeah, I think Increasing Vengeance is either that or Expressive Iteration. Which one is more in my position? I think this just helps us get to our win conditions, where this just helps us win more. I think I want to get to my win conditions first. But if I could get Increasing Vengeance, that would be great. If we don't, we still have Elemental Masterpiece and Spirit Summoning we can find in this pack. So this is still going to be a good pack for us. I'm going to slide that Combat Professor out for now. Okay. Do I pick the Elemental Summoning? I think this is where the Elemental Summoning is strong enough we just sideboard that in now. We get that into our sideboard ASAP. Oof. I like the art for the Creative Outburst more. Okay, it's not letting me change the art. That's fine. Stone Rain? I could go Return Past Caller, but I think we already have a win condition. So it's just Stone Rain or Pigment Storm. Which one is more important? I think I go with Pigment Storm. Yeah. Stone Rain's not bad at all, though. Whew. You gotta go, Sirebellum? See you later, man. Yeah, I'm going with Pigment Storm because Stone Rain, there are points where we just have too many lands on both sides. I don't want to be stuck with that. Alright, Enthusiastic Study's pretty nice, but I think we just want the quality lessons. We have Expand Anatomy, Elemental Summoning. Teaching of the Archaeox is an amazing lesson, and it fits our deck. And with Retriever Phoenix, we want as many learn cards as we possibly can get, basically. So Arcane Subtraction, Whirlwind Denial, or Enthusiastic Study. I like Enthusiastic Study over the Arcane Subtraction, but it's the question of the Whirlwind Denial or the Enthusiastic Study. How much do I like Whirlwind Denial? Is the question. Because I kind of like Whirlwind Denial. Yeah, we only have 3 creatures, so I'm going to go with Whirlwind Denial first. Claim the Firstborn, just really not good in limited formats. Pop Quiz, as I said, every learn is a good card for us right now. I will be needing more creatures soon. I will be needing more creatures, won't deny that. Culmination of Studies, we already saw a person kill himself with it. I'm not interested in killing myself. So First Day of Class or Pop Quiz? First Day of Class is actually really good with Retriever for Phoenix, but I think the Pop Quiz just... It allows us to hold up 3 mana for the Whirlwind Denial and the Heated Debate. So I'm going to go with a Pop Quiz first. Our win condition is just kind of outvalue our opponent to an extent. 3 Pop Quizzes in a row. That might be too many Pop Quizzes. But yeah, we now want as many lessons as possible, basically. So Spirit Summoning is a great lesson. Alright. Make your mark as playable. Biblioplex Assistant. I think we actually need creatures, so and this will allow us to bring back our creative outburst and such. So I'm okay with that. Enthusiastic Study is a learn. At this point, I think Arcane Subtraction, just for the variety in learn cards. Stonerise Spirit. Alright. Exile the top X cards of your library, then put a study counter on each of them. Then you may put a card you own in exile with a study counter on it into your hand. Because that's all it is. It's a 4-mana 3/3 with that ability. Do I want that? Do I want a 4-mana 3/3 flyer? Is that... I think that's a solid enough body. We are way too low on creatures right now. So either Tome Shredder or... Yeah. I think we definitely want our creatures where we can get creatures right now. We have enough playables, and we just don't have enough creatures. So... Yeah. Grabbing that as for its other side. Silver Quill Command. Yeah, we're just not getting any blue or red creatures. Well, of course, blue and red doesn't have too many creatures, but... If I splash in a color, it is white. Just flat out. If I splash in a color, it will only be one color, and that color is white. Did I pick Pilgrim of Ages just because if I splash white, it does it well? Yeah, I don't think I'm playing more Enthusiastic Studies. I don't think I'm playing more Enthusiastic Studies. I'll play one. Alright. Explosive Welcome, Fuming Energy. So, Tome Shredder or Lorehold Pledge Mage? Lorehold Pledge Mage definitely likes the buffs, the surprise actions. Tome Shredder definitely likes all the spells in our grave, though. I'm going with the Pledge Mage first. Vortex Runner does get unblockable eventually. Tome Shredder, I think, uses our spells better. Alright, and we're going to be cutting out cards at this point. So, and since Compulsive Research, though, just so good. Just draws you a bunch of cards, then you just discard a land. Burying Books, also great. Alright. This is a deck where Spell Satchel would be good. It actually gives us the mana to get to our big, scary cards. And it draws us cards otherwise. But I don't want 2 Spell Satchels. I'd rather have an extra elemental summoning. Another Pop Quiz. No, we have 3 Pop Quizzes, don't we? Yeah, I'd rather have Infuriate then. Something to just, like, blow them out for very cheap. We are going to have to figure out what cards to cut, because we have a lot of good cards. Think Sun Breakthrough is getting cut. We have 7 creatures. Alright. Pilgrim of the Ages, in case I want to splash white. We have seen every card still left. We have way too many 3-drops, so we're going to probably drop at least one of the Pop Quizzes. 7 creatures. Yep. Tome Shredder. You have your day. Now we have enough creatures, I think. Do I want a Vortex Runner or another Biblioplex Assistant to play our big scary spells? I think our spells are so big and scary, we actually want the Biblioplex. Yeah, none of these really are gonna see our deck, so. There we go. Alright. Whew. So we have some good lessons. We have... Yeah. So in lessons we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for learn cards, we have... Yeah, and I would say 6. Like with Retreating Phoenix is a repeat one. But we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 learns. Alright. I'd want... This is just a 4-mana 3/3 with a big mana sink, so if I remove that, we still have 5 other cards we have to remove. I think the Clockwork Archivist just doesn't work, isn't what this deck wants. We have enough flyers, even though they're small flyers. We have 7 creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are our creatures. We're not removing our creatures. That's a certainty. Teach by Example is actually really strong in this deck, so I might want to keep that. Compulsive Research is great card draw. Looking at our curve, it just very much says that what we're removing is some 3-drops. I'll remove 1 Enthusiastic Study. I do like the 2 pop quizzes, though. I do like the 2 pop quizzes. I'll move it to 1. I'll move it to 1. Alright. Do I get... I think this Teach by Example is one of those that I pulled. Do I remove a Tome Shredder? Can I handle a deck with no extra Tome Shredders? We do have a Teaching of the Archaics to help us draw cards, as well as 2 elemental summonings and a spirit summoning to help us get creatures. So we have more creatures than this says. Yeah, I think I actually remove a Tome Shredder. Prismari spell, all shot. Come on. I'm just trying... There we are. Definitely got too many 3-drops. Definitely had an issue where I have too many 3-drops. The 2 Biblioplex Assistants are definitely weird, but I think just because that Biblioplex Assistant could hit us a Berry, could hit us a Masterpiece. Like, there are 4 amazing cards to hit, as well as it could just hit a Pop Quiz, give us a Learn to bring back a Retriever Phoenix. Like, I think it's fine. Alright. Let's try it out. Why does it say it's 5 color? The green is removed. Yeah, there's no green in this deck. The white is just because of a multicolor. Yeah, why does it say it's 4 color? So weird. So weird. Oh well. We're Prismari, whether or not it tells us we're Prismari. Alright, let's try it out. Man, Retriever Phoenix just... It felt so good last time we played it. Like, the Biblioplex Assistant seems bad because it's a 4-mana 2/1, but then you realize that the Inkling Summoning is a 3-mana 2/1, and a lot of people say this is one of the it's one of the better summonings. They consider that the ETB effect is sometimes just what you need. I think it's fine enough. Pillar Drop Warden definitely would have been better. I cannot deny I'm going to have an issue if they start playing like big ol' fractals. I'm going to have to fly over them first. But I think this is an okay deck. But I have a feeling I'm about to eat my words. Opponent goes first. I can keep... All I need to do is draw a single land, and I'm good. There we are. Alright, he has a Lorehold Excavation. I have a Lorehold Pledge Mage. And now most of my deck is playable thanks to this Lorehold Pledge Mage. Alright. I'm going to attack, see if he wants to trade, and if he doesn't, then I'll Igneous Inspiration it. Does he do it? Yep, I actually love giving this thing Expanded Anatomy. That sounds amazing. Turn it into a 5-4 or 4 turn with Vigilance. Keep applying pressure, and a lot of it. Whew. Gosh, I really like Lorehold Pledge Mage. Yeah, what do you do? Heated Debate? Heated Debate could help you. If you mean Effigy doesn't do much for you, though. 5 mana. It's great. I can Arcane Subtraction one of them. Alright. I think I leave everything up. So I can, if he does nothing, I could Pop Quiz and Arcane Subtraction. If he does something, I could Whirlwind Denial and still Arcane Subtraction. Yeah. That's what red does, right? Applies pressure all the time? Not a bad description. Not a bad description. Alright, let's see if he plays a spell with countering. And if not... draw a card. And we'll get a Spirit Summoning. Let's see. This is 6 damage. Hold up. So this is 6, 10, 11, 12. We are 1 damage off lethal. If we want to be. If we... Yeah, if we... Let's see. If we Spirit Summoning, attack, and he does nothing, we have lethal. This does mean we aren't holding up the Whirlwind Denial, but... Darn it. I didn't put my stops in the proper place. That was my fault. And solely my fault. Three. Do I just want a Lightning Bolt now? That's really the question I have. I'm gonna do this, so if I could get a land, I can Creative Outburst next turn. If I want to Creative Outburst. I can still just pay 3 mana, have a Whirlwind Denial, and a Tome Shredder ready. Alright. I'm going to attack with both, see how he responds. he doesn't block. He doesn't block at all. Alright. There we are. Doing good. Doing very solid. Alright. All the pressure. Yep. Lorehold Pledge Mage is really good at applying pressure. Because you can't, Alright. So land. Expressive iteration. Hold up a lightning bolt. We always play tap land first. But yeah, we have... Yeah, that's the thing. This deck has... You just have to find your win condition in this format. And Red's win condition is just apply pressure. Pretty... I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory to an extent. They're having trouble deciding whether or not they want to keep their hand. Things are going fine. Things are going good. Things could be going better, but they're going well enough. You can choose to just mulligan. If you don't like what you're holding, please just make your decision, man. Because I'm getting a little tired of waiting. This game has a lot of thought processing. I'd really appreciate it, sir. Or ma'am. Pattermore. I'd really appreciate it, opponents. If I could get back to the thought processing. Let's see. Prismari Campus. Prismari Campus. So you always want to play Expressive Iteration on turn 3. So that you can put one of the lands in exile. And just play that land. It seems my opponent was just absent. They hit the play and then left. Which I'm okay taking a free win, but please don't do this and then not give me a free win, buddy. Please don't just like come back as this thing's about to rope out. What did I just ask you not to do? Okay, say hi. Glad to know you're alive. You can't remove the Retriever Phoenix is what I want him to remove. He should take the Expressive Iteration, I think. He might take the Lightning Bolt. I can see the Lightning Bolt being taken here. Yep. It's the correct play. Alright, well, he knows my hand, which is kind of upsetting. Alright, if he duresses me, I'm just going to Lightning Bolt his face, I think. No. I can actually hold the Lightning Bolt for an actual removal. So I'll just let him duress me. I don't need to deal the 3 damage now. I have Retriever Phoenix. He can't get rid of the Retriever Phoenix. So we're fine. Let him take out the Lightning Bolts. We're not playing the island. We want to hide the fact that we have an additional island. Do I want... Yeah, let's teach you of their archaics. You want to keep duressing me? Go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead. Alright, 4-4. If your opponent has more cards in hand than you draw 2. I just need to play this now, and I'm good. So I will have 3 cards in hand when this resolves. That's the important part. Alright. I get Biblioplex Assistant to bring back the Expressive Iteration or the Teachings of the Archaics, whichever one seems more important to me. Do I want to get rid of the Brackish Trub or the Dina? Don't know. Not yet. Both are good cards that I want to get rid of. I'm playing that. I have a Heated Debate. I have Infuriate. Which one do I want to Heated Debate is the question. Spell Satchel's card draw. Effectively. Alright. We'll do the Dina, because if I target the Blackish Trudge, he can just sacrifice the Blackish Trudge, turn that into a 5/3. Good on them. I expected some good skill. Yep. That's fine. We are starting to lose the pressure race. But I can manage. Alright. What do I want to bring back? He's at 2 cards in hand, so I think the Expressive Iteration is just going to be the best. Yep. Alright. I'm more than happy to lose the Baby Little Plex Assistant, stopping the Brackish Trudge. So I block here, and if he sacks it to Dina, I Arcane Subtraction the Dina. Alright, that's fine. When I played MTG for a bit, I tried to play blue. It was the quest tutorial thing I went through. I then played a couple games versus a friend that tried to get me into it as kind of a practice. Alright, so he lost some life to draw a card. Unfortunately, he has to gain life for Brackish Trudge to activate. Do I just Arcane Subtraction to learn? Nah, we have Expressive Iteration. Alright. So first, put 1 into our hand. Alright, I like putting the Whirlwind Denial into our hand. The Compulsive Research, into your library. Let's see, if I play Compulsive Research, I will, thanks to Spell Satchel, have enough to Whirlwind Denial still. So, I'll put the Mountain in my library and the Compulsive Research here. Player draws 3 cards. It discards 2. My very first game versus a real player was versus White in the game, and he played Mono White aggro, I'm assuming. Yep. Alright. Keep it going. Have a Whirlwind Denial if I need it. You just scrying. Yep, that's the thing. A lot of people don't really build too much pressure into their decks. So, like, right now, yeah, he's just scrying. He doesn't really have pressure. I've not played since. Sorry to hear that. Alright, Pest Summoning. I think I will counter the Pest Summoning. Alright, let that happen. I recognize this is causing me some damage. But I want to save the Whirlwind Denial for the Pest Summoning. Which is coming out right now. And then I think I'm pretty sure I can Infuriate and Igneous Inspiration for lethal. Alright. Do I want to Whirlwind Denial that? Nope. Just leave it up for the Pest. Right here. Wait, okay, 1, 2, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Infuriate. I'm 1 mana off from having everything I want. I'm going to Whirlwind Denial just to keep myself safe from the Counter-Strike. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Alright. So... let's see. Pigment Storm Dina, just to get that out of the face. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna, yeah, spend this to create a Tome Shredder and just keep applying pressure. Like this. Put in a weird spot. I'll just stay content in watching others play. Yep, stay content in watching others play. As long as people can enjoy it, I'm happy. Alright. So usually these decks, prevent the maneuvers I pull off because, you know, they life gain to get themselves out of these situations. But I'm not easily life gained out of. Alright. Attack. Now I Infuriate. Does he have a kill spell? Nope. Alright. Taken care of. And we are now in Platinum, I believe. There we go. Very good. Yeah, the Retriever Phoenix is a really good rare. It's a really good rare. It just constantly applies pressure and churns all your learn cards into more pressure. So you could churn value into pressure. Which, yeah. Sometimes you want value, sometimes you want pressure. And now you get it both. As if learn wasn't already good enough. Or facing a diamond rank opponent. Ew. I don't like mulliganing, but I do not like this hand at all. There we are. So I play the Prismari Campus, Mountain Spell Satchel, and then I have an Enthusiastic Study and Infuriate. I might just Enthusiastic Study one of their creatures post-attack, just to get myself the learn effect. Definitely in my sideboard, I have I have elemental summonings, spirit summonings, things of that nature. All right. It feels like it would be a bit desperate, but I do want to see what he does. By the way, this Enthusiastic Study for this deck might just rather be a pop quiz, so I might make that change. Yeah, we're going to let him attack before we Enthusiastic Study. What do you do here? Because if you play nothing, I don't think I play anything. If you play something, I Enthusiastic Study and grab Elemental Summoning. Alright. More Pilgrims. Alright. So we're Enthusiastic Studying. Thunder's Orator. Yep, I know. Because I want to learn. Get myself an Elemental Summoning. And I now use the charge from the Spell Satchel to get a 4/4 in play. And then I can Biblioplex Assistant to get myself another 4/4 if I need it. That feels good. Because, yeah, honestly, just Biblioplex Assistant into an Elemental Summoning sounds fine. Not the best play, but acceptable play. Gets a hold of Infuriate. Much rather have other plays, but this guy has shown himself to be the aggressor. I'm not taking the damage. You get your guys back. That's anti-tempos yourself. Playing more Pilgrims. Alright. Do this first to draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, don't need the mountain. I have access to a pop quiz using the Spell Satchel. I have also access to an Infuriate without the Spell Satchel. Alright. You pass the turn. Let him try to swing in. Oh, I now see. Because of Kentorius, he has card advantage by bringing back Pilgrim, he creates a 3/2. That's why he did the attack he did. I see. I see. Yeah, let's get another elemental summoning. Alright. So I could heed debate. Get out of my face. I can heed debate and still... I could expressive iteration, heed a debate, and it would use all my mana, definitely, though. Alright. So I'm going to expressive iteration first, get myself some card draw. I do want to land from this. So I'm going to put the Berry of Books in hand, the Thrill of Possibility in my library, and the Mountain here. So now I'm going to play the Mountain. We're just going to Heated Debate Quintorius while his shields are down. Alright. And now I have an Infuriate ready, should he try to pump one of his creatures to kill my 4/4. Because right now, all we have to do is stop his pressure. That's all we need to do. Take out Andre's pressure and we'll be good. It's not this turn anymore. I don't know why it's still showing me that. Yeah, if he attacks with all, I'm okay with that. Kill the one with more power. Next turn, I'll Pigment Storm the Thunderous Orator. Part, deal 3 damage. Unfortunately, my Infuriate is not enough to save me from that. It's okay. We can Elemental Summoning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'd have 2 left over. We can first save class into Elemental Summoning if we want. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have a Berry of Books on the back drop if we need it. Sounds good. Yeah, the Spell Satchel has the charges ready for when I need it. When I need card draw. I have card draw now. So we'll block the Thunderous Orator here, if he attacks. And then we'll see what his buff is. And depending on his buff, we will either bury the Pillar Drop Warden or the Thunderous Orator, depending on how he does this. Nothing. That's so surprising I didn't even bother putting a Burying Books on the stack. We'll be burying that anyways. Puts a Rip Apart in hand. Alright, this one, he's going to Rip Apart the 4/2. I'm just going to Infuriate to prevent the Rip Apart from doing its job. Alright. So I can Retriever Phoenix and learn. And I could just, or I could Biblioplex Assistant, put a Heated Debate on top of my deck. There's a few things I could do. 1, 2. If I tap the 4, I have 3 left over. I just leave myself untapped. Or I could just Pigment Storm this, be safe. I think Pigment Storm this be safe because he could sack the Pillar Drop Warden to get the Rip Apart again. And I don't want to bury that and deal with more of these guys. And then, yeah, I'm holding up a Burying Books, so... Oh, I just realized, if he abraded that, I could first day of class to return the Retriever Phoenix. I had much better plays. Oh well. He Pilgrims, that's fine. I'm alright blocking his other Pilgrim, him bringing back his Rip Apart, and trying to kill my 4/4. Ardent Dust Speaker needs to die. Unfortunately, we don't have anything big enough to kill it. I could Biblioplex Assistant to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'd have to spend all my mana to draw it then. Oof. I do think I still Biblioplex. I'm just trying to figure out what I put on the top. Probably just an Elemental summoning, honestly. Nah, Heated Debate seems better for my situation. Heated Debate or Expressive Iteration. Yeah, we're going to grab the Heated Debate. Alright, we have a Burying Books and a Lightning Bolt held up. He has 2 cards in hand. We are outvaluing him, so once we start getting our pressure in, our job will be done soon. Well, that's getting Lightning Bolted. If he uses -2, we're just Lightning Bolting it.
I'm an outcast because of cowards like you. Done with you yet.
Get that out of here.
I will never forget this.
Yep, he gets his Rip Apart. We knew this was happening. I just realized I'm at 5 health. That's a really unhealthy amount of health. Yeah, we're dead. If he's smart, he killed us. Even through the Burying Books. Even through the Burying Books, he killed us if he's smart enough to attack with all. Yep. Because no matter what I block... Yep. Well done. He just had too much pressure for us. Alright, that's fine. We know where our mistakes were. We know where our mistakes are. That's the important part. And yeah, the Enthusiastic Study does not work with this deck, I don't think. And I have 1,000 pop quizzes, so... We're kind of... That's interesting. We're kind of the value deck, but our win condition is just Dirtily Flyers. I really want a Pillar Drop Warden. This deck would love a Pillar Drop Warden. I don't like going below 7 if I don't need to. I have an Arcane Subtraction into a Spirit Summoning. If he plays a 1-drop, that's actually good for us, so we have a good target for Arcane Subtraction. Nope. I mean, we're not playing this on our turn. Oof. That seemed like it went south really fast. Yep. The Mythic Legendary and the value generation was just not something I was prepared to face. Our correct answer was actually not to Lightning Bolt the Luca, but 4-2. I think we just leave it up. We just hold up these cards. The lands suck, but now we can actually first day of class a stronger creature. Like I could elemental summoning it instead of spirit summoning. I do not care about Biomathematician. This card is not threatening to me. Like, it's a decently sized body. It's just not a threatening body. Now we have Pop Quiz. So we get a hold up Whirlwind Denial or Pop Quiz, depending on which one we want. I'm going to let him attack. You can deal your damage. I appreciate it. Okay. Definitely have too many lands. Definitely too many lands. But next turn, we can Arcane Subtraction, Spirit Summoning. Then the turn after that. What's he sacrificing the Arch for this early? Is he a 4-color deck? There are 4 and 5-color decks using Environmental Sciences. He's already 3 colors. We're always grabbing. Maybe another red for a... Nope. Alright. Let's draw a creature. Let's draw a playable. Alright. Let's stop drawing land. How's that? Alright. Do I want Arcane Subtraction or First Day of Class? Let me look at what my... Expanded Anatomy. Not really useful. Elemental Summoning or Spirit Summoning. Teach the other cakes doesn't really work because we have so many cards comparatively. He has 4 to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just drawing too many lands. Yeah, I think we just hold up Arcane Subtraction into another Elemental Summoning. Kind of sad, but... We also get a hold up a Whirlwind Denial in the process. Which I think... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We're about to hit a 6 mana play. He's about a Leyline Invocation. We get a Whirlwind Denial that. Much less damage. But yeah, when enemies apply pressure, we're just kind of in a bad spot. I just don't want to deal with that. Probably not the best target for a Whirlwind Denial, but we are starting to fall under pressure, so we need to start taking actions. I'm going to get the teachings now, so I don't have to worry about that later. I'm going to attack with the 5/5, not the 4/4. So is red's weakness red? Red's... It's not... each color doesn't precisely have a weakness. It's each deck has a weakness. My weakness is pressure. Yeah, generally speaking, no color has a... Colors have specific archetype weaknesses, not specific color weaknesses. And red is on... Yeah. Red is honestly usually controlling effects, but my deck is just built around where tempo is my weakness. Alright. Start by attacking. Go right ahead. What's your combat trick? Nothing. Okay. Alright. So if I teach other kicks, he just has to cast an instant spell, and it counters it. So I'm not going to play that yet, I don't think. Worst case scenario, I could Prismari Campus and Pop Quiz. Do I just want to Lightning Bolt this guy? Yeah, I'm just going to do it while he's mana tapped. So he can't counter it or anything like that. He got the better end of that turn. He got the much better end of that turn. Let me just say that now. There's no questions to be made. He's just going to bury that in books. Alright, congratulations, you have 1 power output. I could spend it to play Soothsayer Adept. Nah, I actually really want the card draw from Spell Satchel right now. Gnarled Professor. That's a good card. Introduction Prophecies, getting him to his win conditions. And this is one of the issues. I only have like 3 big spells. And that's a really big issue. If he has a Bookworm, I'm pretty sure we just lose this game as well. 2 top. That is very bad. Because that means both cards were so good, they were playable in this situation. Start with Compulsive Research. I only have I only need 1 campus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm just gonna outburst this now, though. Ah! Sorry. It accidentally... I clicked the wrong button. It removed me from my game. My apologies for that. Yeah, I just don't want him to get a counterspell up, so... Kill that. Get myself my elemental masterpiece to get myself back in this game. Because I know he has 2 spells that he really is happy to see. And I couldn't have killed that anyways. Okay, which one do I want? Creative Outburst or Elemental Masterpiece? I think I just want to apply pressure, so I'm going to grab the Elemental. I need to start applying counter pressure. Look at my hand. Look at my health. Vortex Runner, scary. Fortunately, we have a Pigment Storm for that. Yeah, so the unblockability of Vortex Runner makes it absolutely terrifying. Alright. Counter this. If he has a way to give that creature flying, I'm probably dead, but I think if he has a way to give that creature flying, I have other issues, other than, like, I'm gonna be dead in a lot of ways. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, throw that land back. There we are. Counter pressure begins. So that land seems meaningless, but means his Amplimancer can now be buffed twice. So I have to block that Amplimancer, and I have to chump trade for it. Whew. Alright. 2 on this guy, and 1 on this guy. So this is going to be buffed all the way to an 8/8 using all 10 of his mana. And the other one's going to die and kill one of my 4/4s in the process. So... I like that. Get rid of that now. Before he has the ability to buff it or do something that I'm not prepared for. So he has to block 1. He has to block the 4/4 to not die right now. Which means he has no board, and we have a Retriever Phoenix. Which is a great place to be. So he has to draw Urza's Rage without scrying in order to win this game. That is possible. I should note, that is possible. I did in fact state what a thing he could do that could win him this game. And anyways, the reason I didn't bother holding on to Soothsayer Adept, if he thought it was a negate, he couldn't play around a negate anyways. He's desperate. So, yeah. Oof. Alright. 3-1. We just keep moving. Yeah, it turns out, yeah, we can have Dirtle, and then we decide, alright, time to go. We're kind of the big spells deck, despite only having 2 big spells. Kind of funny. Dead Raquan. Daedraquan. Alright. We have a Soothsayer to block early aggression. A Thrill to knock out too many land draws. Arcane Subtraction to help us find our elemental summoning. I like this. I like this. Soothsayer to help us just cycle through our deck. Yeah, so we have 2 amazing cards for cycling. And then just 2 cards for finishing. Alright, so if he buffs this with like an Infuse with Vitality, I'll Lightning Bolt it. But, or not Infuse with Vitality, there's Essence of Fusion. There it is. There's one that gives him 2+1/+1 counters for a black and 1. If he uses that on his Unwilling Ingredient to gain 3 life and deal 3 damage, I'm just going to bolt it now. Get it out of my face. Yep, this is the expected result. That was not. We actually have a kill, though. It's just going to take a few turns for us to get there. So we Soothsayer Adept. Next turn, we block. We Arcane Subtraction. And then we later Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so we're not going to block here. He is a pressure deck. And as I said, our weakness is pressure. So it's really great that we're facing all the pressure decks right now. Reflective Golem. Alright. So the question is, do I Lightning Bolt the Reflective Golem before things get worse? Or do I... We're going to get a heated debate. We'll get a heated debate, so... I'm just going to Lightning Bolt the Reflective Golem before that gets worse. So here, we're going to Arcane Subtraction the Biograph, and then just block it. Let's see your combat trick now before I block. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Elemental Summoning. Gets me enough to tie with the Biograph trade properly. Of course. More 5/4s. Can't draw my heated debate. I'm in a very bad position in case you haven't noticed. Alright. Do I throw away the Prismari Campus? I think so. This is not a game that's going to go into this point. And I need the 5 mana next turn, basically. And yeah, we have a second Prismari. So next turn, we're blocking, and we're tapping to draw and discard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to block, then tap this to draw and discard. We're in a very bad spot, though. The double 5/4s just apply a lot of pressure. Of course. Of course. So he's applying even more pressure now. Elemental Summoning, I still die if I just play Elemental Summoning next turn. What do I need to keep myself alive? I need more mana, first off. But yeah, he recognized that. Good game, because he just had too much pressure in the early game. I got to turn 5. I got to turn 5 with a big spells deck. And we drew a lot of lands, I feel. An exceptional amount of lands. Yeah, I feel like this is just an exceptional amount of lands as well. Oh, good game, him. He did his job. Yep. I mean, he got a turn 2 Biograph. He went first and got a turn 2 Biograph. My weakness is tempo. Do I have any more creatures that I could put in to counter tempo? Just Tome Shredder. Just Tome Shredder. That's okay. I mean, with our... We got 3-7-1s in a row before this. I am due for a bad draft. I am due for a bad run. I got at least 3 wins, I'm pretty sure. I don't really check my win rates too often. I just, like, notice as I'm getting close. I just see the bar fill up more than I see the actual number. I think we're, like, 3-2 right now. So... Alright, if he mulligans, I'm mulliganing. Otherwise, I have a heated debate. I draw a single island and my colors are fixed. And I've been having a problem where I draw too many lands anyways. If he's a tempo deck, though... Don't get to head into 7 cards. I had to. I'm proud that I did it. Do I hold up the lightning bolt, or do I... That is actually a tough decision. Hold up the lightning bolt, or hold up a first day of class just to get the spirit summoning. He has to buff the Arrogant Poet for me to bolt it. Yep. And I'll just first day of class get myself a 3-2. I'm happy to get the Spirit Summoning and trade it for an Arrogant Poet. I want to save the Whirlwind now for a bigger threat. Alright. That's fine. Though we are noting now, he has a very tempo-oriented deck. I should be prepared for that. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm happy trading my Retriever Phoenix for the Arrogant Poets. Next turn I have a Berry plus Lightning Bolt. Yep, I'll trade. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can teach these other kicks and it will work. I still hold up a Lightning Bolt if he shows that that is necessary. Or I could just Soothsayer. Prevents... He has to pay life to attack with the Arrogant Poet. I'm okay blocking the Pilgrim of the Ages with a Soothsayer. Definitely tapping out too often against tempo decks, but I need to start applying bodies on the board. Essence Infusion. Alright. He's gonna pay life for that. Do I block this to prevent 4 damage? No, I think the body's worth more. Alright, and then we just end our turn here. Next turn we can bury in books and Whirlwind Denial if we want. And Heated Debate. We have... Yeah, we're holding up, like, Lightning Bolt, Thrill, plus a 3 mana spell. And we're holding up... Yeah, we're holding up so many things right now. Let's start by Lightning Bolting the Pilgrim of Ages. Is my plan. Let's see how this fares. Professor's Warning. Alright. I could bury it in books in response. Or I could just Whirlwind Denial doesn't actually take him out. I like that better. And then I could just Soothsayer instead of playing the Thrill, because I like the Heated Debate and Whirlwind Denial in my hand. Alright. Draw. I actually want to discard the island here. Igneous Inspiration is great. Take action. Get myself a flyer. And we can control him. We know he's just drawing a Pilgrim of Ages one of these turns. If he brings out a flyer, I just block with a Retriever Phoenix. I think I'm in a good spot. I have a Whirlwind Denial held. I have a Heated Debate ready. We're at 6 health, but we're back in a controlling stand position. I'd rather Heated Debate that than... His pause tells me he has some sort of response. His spell that he has left is some response. What response? I do not know. Alright. Pigment Storm in hand. Do I want to play Biblio? Hold up. Yeah, I could get back the Igneous Inspiration. I really like that. So I'm going to put Pigment Storm in your hand. In my hand. Spell Satchel down there. And Biblio plus experience that's in play. There we are. Igneous Inspiration or just Expressive Iteration? I like Igneous. Lets me learn as well. Let's start applying a little pressure. Whew. And while he figures out how he wants to respond to that, I'm going to ban a bot that showed up in chat. Why do I have so many bots come? I feel like I don't see these bots in other people's chats. Why am I targeted, I feel? Because I keep seeing them like in groups of 3 a lot. And things like that. Whew. Alright. So if I pay 5 for a Pigment Storm... Again, I just attack with the Retriever Phoenix, I think. Actually, I attack with a Biblioplex Assistant. I want to let my Retriever Phoenix get wrecked, basically. I actually would rather have the body in case he has an answer. We have the Whirlwind Denial because he seems to be holding on to do something. We're actually going to deny that because I just don't want to take any damage. He could learn Expand Anatomy and put me on the ropes. So, well, that's not the best denial by any means. I think that's the correct play anyways. Alright. I just can't let myself get too low. That's basically my issue. I can't let myself get too low. He either has a kill spell or a response. And I can't deal with both. I could deal with one or the other. He has a kill spell or a pump spell. I could deal with one or the other, not both. This is why I took the damage, because if he has expanded anatomy, deal with it right here. Alright. 5-3. I can't play Elemental Masterpiece right now. That's kind of sad. I need to keep applying pressure. I need to apply pressure. He has no cards in hand, so he's just on the ropes in that sense. Might have just wanted to kill the Inkling, bring him to 6, force him to attack into the Biblioplex. But this means, even with like a silver... Yeah. If he wants to double block, I'd love it. I think Tome Shredder plus Thrill is better than Elemental Masterpiece right now. Because if he gets that theme flying with a spell, we're out of luck. Yeah, we need to... We just need the new card now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have lethal if we can just survive this turn. It's all just a question of, can we survive this turn? If he has a pump spell, we do not. So as long as he doesn't have a kill or a pump spell. So this is the one turn we cannot handle a kill or pump spell. He only just top decked. That's not a kill or pump spell, but my god was it close. Just drop it by shortly as usual. Thanks for coming by. I love how it lets you just, like, rub it in by picking a card still. Well, we're still going. And that's good. Where are we right now? We're at 4 wins. That's nice. That's nice. So just to be clear, it costs 1,500 gems to enter this, and we already have 1,400 gems back. So if you give no price to the cards we draft and the packs we gain, we still only paid 100 gems, which I will tell you right now, 100 gems is worth a lot less than 3 packs and the cards we drafted. So I feel good. Lifetotal is a resource, don't be afraid to spend it. That being said, do be nervous if you spend all of it. Just spending all of it too often. Apparently my room is a lot colder than my living room. If I don't get to have stuff... So if I draw a land... So I have... Let's see. 1 draw? 2 draws at a land. No, I have 3 draws. I have 3 draws at a land. The Spell Satchel, the Compulsive Research gets me more. Like... And as I said, I hate mulliganing in Limited. Because every card is equally valuable. There's not really combo decks, you know. If he plays nothing, we could Tome Shredder attack. Honestly, Tome Shredder trade is not bad at all. Yeah, I'm happy with Tome Shredder and trade if he offers. I guess a Mage Duel wrecks this plan. Yeah. We're just going to attack him. I don't even care. We need to apply pressure. He is a Quandrix deck. He's going to be applying late game board Board glug. Alright. I'm okay losing a life for this. I don't need 2 Prismari campuses. I could Thrill if I need to. Otherwise, I can block this, make Tome Treader bigger. And I could Thrill away one of the lands. Did your R2 runs go any good? We only had 1 run because we wanted to do some lore stuff. And no, it did not go very well, unfortunately. That is unfortunate for us. He is applying pressure, and we are drawing lands. But this is where Spell Satchel is acting as a mana rock here, so I can Thrill to discard one of these lands to get myself back into this game. If I draw one more land, like, if I Thrill away this land and draw another land, then we are back to being able to cast the most expensive spells in the deck. Yeah, I know we're losing life. I need the cards now. Okay. So we'll Lightning Bolt and hold up an Arcane Subtraction, I guess. Let's get rid of his land. And we're still holding up the Arcane Subtraction to reduce the Mage Hunter damage while getting myself an Elemental Summoning, which is nice. And he already used up his Snakeskin Veil, so... There we are. Two, three, four, five... Just do this instead. Be much more threatening. There we go. Now we apply counter pressure. Sad, I don't think my run will go any well tomorrow too, but well, gotta take on the challenge. Yep. So I could Pigment Storm. Let's see, I could Lorehold Pledge Mage. And not have enough for Pigment Storm. Okay, I'm holding up Creative Outburst right now. I'm just going to attack with a 4/4, see how he responds. Okay. If that's all he does, I'm happy. If he double blocks, I get a Creative Outburst the Mage Hunter and put myself back in line. Draw to Annihilation. That's fine. That's smart. Okay, with a Spell Satchel. Let's get ourselves Expressive Iteration, I think. Yep. There we are. Fortunately, we don't put too much in one card, so... fine as is. Simone, we can Pigment Storm that so he doesn't get his card draw from it. Alright, that's fine. Start with this. Figure out what card I want on hand. Alright, well this is what I want on hand. This is what I want on the bottom, and this is what I want on exile. So I'll just exile it, play it, and I'm going to Pigment Storm the Quandrix, the Zimone, before it starts drawing him cards. And because the lifelink basically allows him to return the favor, I'm not going to attack with a 4/4. Because when he attacks with lifelink, he deals 2, gains 2, so it's a 4 health life swing. And so 4 health life swing for a 4 health life swing. Reducing health totals is in his favor, not mine. If he wants to Annihilation my 4/4, I'm happy with that. And we know that I'm pretty sure the Biblioplex Assistant... Oh, wait. Does it shuffle the deck or put them in the bottom? Alright, so random order. So we don't know which of these 4 is the Biblioplex Assistant, but we have 2 in the deck, so... It's fine. So I can first day of class elemental summoning Lorehold Pledge Mage and just swing in with a lot of power, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will have 8 mana. 9. So I could... That's 7. Actually, no, I could first day of class get the Spirit Summoning and the Lorehold Pledge Mage. I like that better. Alright. So let's start with the first day of class. And let's get Spirit Summoning this time. Yep, he sees where things are going. I know it's the wrong game, but would you mind to give an explanation why the runs are going so bad lately? Is it the Sun Tower I read, or is everything going a bit worse lately? It's just like... So I will state that I'm having issues with IRAD, but just like the general game, for some reason, I'm dying at places I normally don't die in. And then you add in that you no longer get gold from Gone Heads or Murmur, so we're ending up at a much lower level. But, like, that doesn't matter, because I'm dying before I even get to Gone Heads or Murmur. I don't know why. So... Yeah, I don't know. My explanation is just I'm doing poorly. Happens sometimes. Sometimes you're not on your A game. I'm kind of planning to take a break next week. So we'll see how that fares for things, you know? Because, yeah, the reason I'm taking the break is just there's a lot of things at home that I just need to take care of. That well, my motivation's not dead. No, my motivation's not dead. I just noticed that there's a lot of other things I need to take care of. Like, my room is not clean. There's a reason I would not use the face cam until I figured out how the green screen worked. My room is not clean. I need to clean this place up before I think just basically living in such a mess of an environment is causing issues. So I'm literally spending a week, say I'm taking a week break, and my main focus for that week is clean up my room. Clean it up well. I have a lightning bolt. I have a first day into Spirit Summoning. So if I need to apply pressure, I can. I mean, my mind just stretches too much even in reach of the 36 minutes. Yep. I'm just gonna lightning bolt that. Make it not my problem. Because first day of class is definitely much better later on. Okay. Do I want to heat a bait? No, I think I just want to first day of class and get myself cards. Or I can discard this to get myself the treasure for Biblioplex Assistant. Yeah, this is not a fight where that late game is going to matter. Yeah, I think I just played Biblioplex to put a lightning bolt back on my deck. Either that or I draw a card banking on drawing a land. If I don't draw a land, I discard the first day of school to try to draw a land. I think that's actually the play. Because, yeah, Biblioplex just prevents the land draw even further. Get the elemental summoning ready, I think. And we take 3 damage this turn. Not that terrifying. If he puts a permanent buff on one of those two, as seen here, then we will start considering about using Heated Debate on one of these. That sounds like there are different problems going for you than for me. Hope it will work out. You too, man. I hope yours work out as well. Intro to Annihilation makes sense for a tempo deck. Gosh, it's like everyone has figured out how to do tempo right as like I build a deck that's weakness is tempo. Because I feel like you don't see many of these decks before now. Alright. 5 mana. Or 6 if I need it. Yeah, I think I just Elemental Summoning. If he wants to Intro to Annihilation, go be my guest. Otherwise, he has to start doing things. If I draw a land next turn, I can Heated Debate and Biblioplex the Lightning Bolts back. He's starting to run a little low cards, but he's still keeping his cards up. Yep. Intros my 4/4. I'm perfectly happy with that. Alright. I'll Spell Satchel Heated Debate. I'm happy with that play. Spell Satchel hold up both Heated Debate and Whirlwind Denial, depending on what is more threatening. I just need a little more mana, basically. I think I'm more threatening by a pump spell than by this 4 damage right now, so I'm going to let him possibly pump and play a card before I Heated Debate. I'll Debate end of turn. Let's see what you do. I mean, I could Heated Debate or Whirlwind Denial that. Now, what are you doing? Oh, you're just trading? You're just ending? Alright, what is most threatening? Sure, we'll just Heated Debate your Promising Desk Mage. See what you do about that. Even if you, +1/+1 counter. Alright. Here we go. I can Biblioplex Assistant. And weren't both decks white-black? As those are good aggro decks? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's time for the Elemental Masterpiece. Yeah. My Biblioplex Assistant stops the Arrogant Poets. The Elemental Masterpiece will stop the... or the Elemental Masterpiece will take care of the other. The Unwilling Ingredient. Lash of Malice? Do I want Whirlwind Denial that? How is that actually important to Whirlwind Denial? I think we're getting low enough on health that is worth Whirlwind Denialing. This is sad RNG. Yep. It's fine. He's at 1 card. If we can stop this pressure now, we can win. So. Okay, so he had a lot of Lashes of Malice. If I Elemental Masterpiece and he has a pump spell, I'm dead. If he has a kill spell, I'm dead. If I play this, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I could first. Okay. I have the play. It's a little weird though, because first I have to Biblioplex, put a Lightning Bolt on top of my deck. Then I first day of class. I want to tap all my blue for this. I put the Lightning Bolt there. And now, if he has an answer for this, I can first day of class discard my Elemental Masterpiece to get the Lightning Bolt and kill his threat. Just that. I think we go for the Elemental Masterpiece play then. It's not an easy decision to make. Do I first day of... I think I first day of class still to just learn something and get those spells up. Get my teachings ready for the late game, or just spirit summoning. Alright, and we have the lightning bolt ready. But we cannot attack. We must now build a wall. Might have wanted something more impactful than spirit summoning, but... I think a Study Break... Yeah, Study Break kills us. And Study Break's a good card in just general situations. Alright. That actually does not scare me. I'll wait for my turn to Lightning Bolt the Arrogant Poet. Yeah, I'm still scared of the Arrogant Poet more than the Light Scribe, because this one has evasion. Do I die to Study Break? Is not attacking saving me from that? Not attacking does not save me from Study Break. So I'm going to attack with a 4/4. If he wants to lose his Unwilling Ingredient, I'm happy to lose the Menace. To not have to deal with the Menace anymore. If he wants to double block, I'm even happier to remove all of his pressure. Because I'm at 2 health, removing his pressure is far more important than applying mine. We already have the Babyoplex. We are limited in our other solutions, though. That is definitely worth noting. Owlin Shield Mage. I cannot target it because of the effect. I'm going to start by activating the ability. I cannot discard... I cannot use the Pigment Storm on the Owlin Shield Mage anyways. Sideboard. I have an Expanded Anatomy. Awesome. So I could... Okay, so I can expand Anatomy to turn this into a 4/3. We're discarding this one. So this is kind of weird, but it's the way we don't die. Yeah, so we're targeting our own Soothsayer, turning it smaller, to get the Expand Anatomy, to make this bigger, so that we can block the Owlin properly. And we might as well attack. Again, Study Break kills us. There's nothing... We just don't have enough other ways of getting around it to prevent that. But he's gained lands. That makes me happy. I'm gaining lands too. That's making me unhappy. Not to the point where I could attack with Babyoplex, so... Pigment Storm stops any other threats that aren't Owlin. Mage Hunter's Onslaught. There it was. I need to go several turns without him getting an attack in, so... We knew we could not hold that on forever. We play to our outs we did not make them. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, that's 5 wins. That's 1,600 gems. It cost me 1,500 to get in here. Yep. So, my early game, let's see, 1 creature. Yeah, 1 creature, 1 artifact. That was my issue. This is reactive. This is advantage. This is card advantage. This is card advantage. This is card advantage. So I only had 3 2-drops. Lightning Bolt. So yeah, 4 early game cards. And actually, this doesn't even do anything. So this is a late game value card. So basically, I had 3 early game cards, and that explains my issue. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 3-drops. Yeah, that's more reasonable for the 3. Yeah, at least it's a win, even if you win less games. Still profit on packs. Exactly, I'm happy with this. I just want to see where I went wrong, so I could do better next time. My endgame seemed fine. Elemental Masterpiece is good, especially when you're bringing it back with Babylil Plexes. Retriever Phoenix is great, always been great. Yeah. Yeah, it was just with the, Why can I not think of the words? The problem was, with the early game, I just had nothing, and then, surprise, the 3 decks that killed me were tempo decks. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them were tempo decks. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly acceptable. That's how you're supposed to go when you do that. I got 5 wins. I'm actually very happy. I'm actually very happy. We get a mythic wild card. That's good. Alright. Well, that's our time for today. Another blot out the sky. Nice. Alright. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a